complete, not quite yet. I thought the defense was just phenomenal, especially in the first half. I mean, I think with 5 minutes left in the game, it was 3-0, and so in the first half, excuse me. And so, I think that's what we're building here. I think you could see our culture really come out in full display today. As far as nobody blinked an eye, nobody was worrying about what was going on. Now they've got after us pretty good in the first half on the defensive side, and I thought the turning point was really with Blair's long pass, a 96-yard screen pass down there. We were able to take it to the house, and then I thought we kind of got our mojo back. We were able to block the punt there and then get another easy score, and then I thought we kind of settled down offensively the second half, and we were able to come out those first 2 drives. But just hats off to the defense again. I mean, I think these kids love one another. They love playing for one another, sacrificing for one another. So it's good. I mean, we're going to have to win ball games in a variety of different ways this year. And although the outcome looks a little bit different, anytime you have 52-20 over there with 600 yards, you'd say, hey, you take that. It's a good output. But there's some, and that's what I told the kids. I mean, it's almost frightening because of how bad we played for a whole entire half on one side of the football of how much better we could be. And so going into a bye week, we need it right now. I mean, we're banged up. I think everybody knows that. But our kids haven't flinched. It's been next man up mentality. You look out there today, and we got true freshmen running all over the field, redshirt freshmen running all over the field, true sophomores running all over the field. Defense got us a couple big interceptions I thought were huge in this game that we're able to capitalize on those turnovers. So really 3 big turnovers, we capitalized on them. And then, I thought third quarter, our rhythm was as good as it's been all year offensively.
Yeah, you guys changed so much over the course of non-conference heading into this game. You got a new quarterback. You changed defenses along the way. Do you feel like you've kind of got everything to where you need to be to compete in this league?
Yeah, not all the way yet. I mean, I think it's always a work in progress. I think that, our defensive staff's done a great job and kind of continue to mix up looks. And, I thought their quarterback, I think he's a really good player, and I thought we had him a little bit spooked tonight. We moved him off his spot. He's an accurate passer, and I thought, he had to dirt some balls just because we had good pressure, whether that was 3 down blitzing, whether that was 4 down, whether it's, 3-3-5, 3-4, whether we got into some 4 down looks. And so I thought that we strained on the defensive side of the ball really well, and I thought we played extremely physical on that side.
What are your thoughts on the versatility that Kiefer Sibley brings to the team? Just he had his first career touchdown, and he had a couple big runs there.
Yeah, I think the cool thing is how good he is out of the backfield too. So I think it opens up our playbook even a little bit more. We threw him 3 or 4 passes today, and has great hands. We had even a couple more that were in the game plan that we never ended up getting to. Tough kid. It's been fun to watch him grow. He's a little bit of a knucklehead. That first semester he was here, as a true freshman, he came early, and just to watch him progress and grow up, not only as a football player, but grow up as a human being and start taking care of his business and be accountable for all those small things on and off the field. And now he's reaping the benefits of it. And so super proud of him. He'll continue to get more and more as time goes on.
And the offensive line has obviously been shuffled around a lot to begin the season. How confident are you with those 5 guys that you had out there on the line?
Yeah, I thought they were bad in the first half. We didn't get any run game established. They kind of stoned us early on some run game stuff. And then I thought our pass protection was pretty poor, to be honest with you, the first half. Getting to us in a hurry with a 3-man rush, tackles getting beat on the edge, one critical holding. And then two, we were just sloppy. I mean, we had a great play designed on maybe the first one, and we got too many people on the ball on a 25-yard gain when we have momentum there. And so we got to clean a lot of that stuff up. I mean, as we continue to go, we just can't afford to go backwards. These penalties are something that I have to address. It starts with me and addressing it with our coaches first and then with our team. I thought we showed some signs of being undisciplined at times tonight, and those will hurt you in a tight game.
Your offense seems to, what you want to do is you want to be able to be a quick strike unit. Was that kind of what got you guys going? I think you had like 24 yards in your first 5 drives, and then you hit the one big play, and everything kind of flowed from there. Is that what you really need in this offense? Just one big play?
Yeah, I do. I'd rather it not be that way, and we got a bunch of chunk plays. It'll be interesting when we go back and we count the chunk plays after this, because I thought it was, but I think we had 6 first downs at halftime, which is just, I mean, we average, generally anywhere from 12 to 15 first downs a half, and that was us getting beat in our one-on-ones, making mistakes on checks, handing the ball off into a box we're not blocking them. I mean, just a multitude of different reasons, and so yeah, I mean, we were extremely poor the first quarter, and then all the way up until that screen.
Coach, what do you think was kind of clicking the most for that defense today?
Yeah, I thought, we did a nice job not letting them over the top. I think they have a really good wide receiver in Benjamin. He's a guy that's been super explosive, has 300 and something yards already this year, multiple touchdowns. He's their go-to guy. So I thought we were able to take him away from the equation, which I thought was going to be really important in this game. And then, too, it's just been fun. It feels like they're just pulling the trigger so much faster that they're playing faster, they're reading their keys. And, and I think it helps a little bit with setting our edges with bigger linebackers right now and being able to send it back inside to our help. It's harder for these teams to really get the ball in our corners like they were able to do in the 3-3-5. And then they've done a nice job kind of mixing it up and then coming out all of a sudden, you make them start – on the sideline, you're watching these iPads, and we're in a true 3-4, and then the next series we're in 4 down, the next series we're in something else, and so I did think they did a nice job of mixing up the looks for them.
A member of that defense that performed extremely well today was Evan Jackson, 2 interceptions on the day. Just what did you kind of see from him today?
Yeah, I mean, he has it in him. He's as athletic of a safety as I've ever coached, and so has great ball skills. So to see him make those plays when the ball's in the air, doesn't surprise me. He played a lot of positions with the ball in his hands in high school. Played receiver. He was the punt returner. He played quarterback at times, and so has an elite ball skills. So it's really good to see him kind of get some of them. That catch that he made on the first interception was phenomenal. Get his hand back underneath that thing, and then get the ball back to our offense right there. Two different times was big for us.
And then I also wanted to ask about Chandler Morris. He seemed to have a right hand injury at some point during that game. What was the nature of the injury, and how did you kind of see him respond to that adversity?
Yeah, he's fine. Chandler's tough as nails, so he's a tough kid. Loves to play football. He's a competitor. I think that's what our guys respect so much about him. So yeah, Chandler's fine.
And then in a game like this, where the first half you guys were kind of unable to get that run established, how did you kind of see the offense respond to that in terms of their ability to start passing it as efficiently as they did?
Yeah, I think in the second half it was good to see us get back going the run game. I think it showed that we can, and we changed our scheme up a little bit at halftime just based on what they were doing, where they were fitting their extra hat, and the safety, and so they showed some new looks, which is nothing new for us. I mean, that's not an excuse at all. I thought we had a couple runs that we missed the hole, a couple that we just got beat on the one-on-ones in the first half. And to be quite honest with you, just our energy wasn't where it needed to be offensively to start that football game. I mean, just getting beat, pass pro, run game stuffed, and so we got to get that fixed and got to be able to play complete games.
Speaking on that second half, you kind of saw a lot of different backs kind of get some attention there. Zach Evans, McKenzie, Kiefer. With Demaji eventually coming back and Kaika as well. How are you kind of going to plan to kind of evaluate who you're going to start running out there?
Yeah, I mean those top 3 guys are going to be our guys right now. I mean they continue to play extremely well, and so until somebody can beat these guys out, they'll continue to play a lot of football for us.
This is obviously your conference opener. How much better do you feel about your ability to contend in this league with the way you performed in your first conference game?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that there's a lot of parity in this league right now. I mean, I think you see it all across the board. I think, watching what the academies have been able to do, throughout the course of these first 4 weeks has been impressive. So we got to be committed to our process here, and that's what's, done us well so far. And, we need to use this next week to not only heal up, but be able to get some looks for these young guys, get ahead on Florida Atlantic a little bit, knowing that that we have them on the road. Never easy to travel and go, all the way to Florida and win a football game. So, yeah, just us continuing to buy into our process and know that, our bad's been really bad this year, and we can't go back down in that tunnel and start thinking that we're better than we are right now. I mean, I think the way we're working during the course of the week has allowed us to go out and perform this way, and so, we have to take advantage of this next week.
You mentioned the poor offensive start for this game. How do you feel like this bye week will help you all kind of get back into the advantage of scoring first like you have been talked about throughout fall camp?
Yeah, hopefully it'll be big. Hopefully we'll get a couple guys back I think the reps for the young kids and then being able to show them a look that we're going to get almost for 2 weeks will help them. And we've got a bunch of guys out there that, Victor out of Rungabu is a guy that we used a little bit more tonight. And so they brought, there's a play that we really liked at one point, and we run a counter play, and they blitzed the corner, and we'd never shown him that. He had never seen it. That would have been his read key. And we have a walk-in touchdown. So just I think with the youth, the more we can show these guys looks and be able to get used to playing football at this level where pitchers change and they change in a hurry, I think we got to use that to our advantage to get these young guys, as many reps as possible as what we're going to face against Florida Atlantic.
Last week you said that Chandler had his best overall game. What do you think about his game today? 5 touchdowns, over 400 yards. What would you say?
Yeah, I thought sloppy in the first half. I think he would agree with that. And, I think that that was for a multitude of reasons. I don't think it was just him. That was, partly to do with us pass protecting, us, me calling some bad calls at times. But I thought he settled in and just, it's fun. He never wavers on the sideline. He's got this confidence about him, the good, the bad, everything. He's a extra confident guy in a good way. And I think that, kind of goes throughout our offense. And when they see him leading the way he does, it gives us a breath of fresh air.
And then after the 77 players brought in, all the injuries that you guys have endured so far this season, how good does it feel to go into the first bye week with a 4-1 record and a win?
Yeah, it feels good, and hopefully that Mean Green Nation is paying attention to what we're doing right now. I think that our first 2 crowds were phenomenal. This one not quite as well, but this is a fun football team to watch, and they're busting their tails every day to get better. And I think we're going to continue to put a good product on the field, and so just continuing to challenge, the Denton community, UNT alumni base, our student section, all those things. It's just if we can really turn this into a home field advantage here, it's going to be a huge deal for us down the stretch, and I think our kids will feed off of it. But I think they deserve a lot of people in these stands the way they're playing. And so just continue to challenge, all of our supporters out there to, I think we have 3 more home games. And so 3 Saturdays, let's get everybody in this Mean Green Nation rallied up and continue to come support these guys.
Just the way you played overall today.
I think we played great. I think we played fast, physical, got after the ball, came out fast.
2 interceptions for you today. Are you just feeling more comfortable with what you're being asked to do out there and being able to produce?
Yes, sir. I'm feeling way more comfortable. I'm trusting the people around me, knowing they're doing their job, which leads to plays. You do your job, it leads to plays. So, just trusting in everything, trusting the process, going out there and, like I said, play fast, play physical, and you do that, you make plays.
What was it feeling like to just grab a couple of those out there?
It felt great. Just felt great having all my teammates around me celebrating. Not too many words can explain it.
Can you just walk us through what you saw on those 2 interceptions? I mean, it seemed like kind of crazy the way that you caught some of those.
Okay, the first one, I should have caught it cleaner. It shouldn't have been a review, but I should have caught it cleaner. And the second one was a route I've been seeing all practice. It's a route that we got from South Alabama, so I knew they were going to try to come out and try it. So, I seen inside spray release, and I knew something was coming back out. I was able to flat-foot it and go get the ball.
You ran over that offensive lineman on that play, too. What was that about?
I was shocked, to be honest, because I tried to cut in, and I didn't expect him to get low and actually make like an athletic move and try to tackle me.
What would you say the energy was like in the locker room after that win?
The energy was great. The energy is always going to be great after a win. It's always going to be great to celebrate with your teammates.
Do you feel like you gained confidence after that first one? I mean, you got a big interception to get it started. How do you feel like you kind of gained something from that?
I feel like I gained confidence, but I felt it was really important for me to just keep it down, keep my composure, because I knew they were going to keep trying us. So I really just tried to keep myself low.
After those interceptions, Evan, you got to have that, stone cold celebration on the sideline as well. Just for you personally, how did it feel to have that celebration?
It's fun. Hearing the crowd react, got your teammates next to you, got the belt. It's fun.
Absolutely. And with a game like today, where the offense kind of struggled in that first half, what was the kind of mindset that you saw from the defense just to kind of make up for it?
Our mindset is it's up to us. We know offense is going to get rolling. They just need a little time, so it's up to us to come set the tone.
And with a personal performance like this, when you look back on last year, where do you feel like you've grown the most?
Feel like I've improved in a lot of areas, actually. Coverage, my eyes, fitting the run, tackling. I just feel like I improved a lot.
This is you guys' first game in conference play. Does this build your confidence that you can compete for a championship in this league?
Yes, sir. I think every win to build your confidence, but we're going to keep taking it day by day, one day at a time.
And my last question I got for you is just how does it feel going into a bye week with a win, and do you have anything planned for the bye week?
Keep grinding. One day at a time, get back to work, and on to the next opponent.
Our coach drew it up all this week, so we already knew that if we can get them to panic, we was going to get it for sure.
So Coach drew it up earlier in the week?
Yeah, so it was our pump pressure of the week is what we call it. So we had two. We had lightning, we had ambush. So that particular one was an ambush one. So where I go straight in the A gap, but we sent 6. So depending on what the front did, determined who was going to block it and stuff. So we just knew if we can get them to panic, somebody was going to get it. We didn't know who.
Just a great all-around performance. I mean, the offense it struggled a little early, but they came on. You did well defensively. Got a special teams big special teams play. Was this just probably just an all-around good performance for you guys as a team?
Oh yeah, this was a great performance for us. Offense came out. They started slow. They came out later and did what they were supposed to do. Defense definitely handled their business for sure. And then, of course, the punt block kind of helped the team morale go up a little bit. So.
With someone like you who's made their name on special teams for years, just what does it mean to be able to impact that game so directly with that block?
It means a lot. Special teams has been my way of contributing to the team for the longest, and now that I'm a vet, so it's trying to uplift those that are on it and keep their morales up, because a lot of us just think special teams is just an extra way to get on the bus, but it's actually a part of the team. You're a starter on special teams. You're a starter.
And what was your reaction when the block was recovered?
Oh, I was turned. I was happy. It was a lot. Just overall, just happy in general, turned up. So.
And then speaking on the defense today, you guys had a crazy, impactful performance while the offense was struggling. What did it mean to make that kind of statement on that side of the ball?
It means a lot. Our coach switched up our schematics a little bit, so we going from the 3 high to the 2 high safeties definitely opened up the playbook a lot more, and it gives us a lot more schemes to run against other teams and different looks. So,
what would you say was or what was the energy like in the locker room today?
Energy was great. Energy was outstanding. It was quieter than normal, but you can feel the atmosphere, like the aura of everybody was focused. It was locked in. We was ready to go. It was first conference game, so we knew we had to come out and make a statement.
As a veteran on this team, what areas do you feel like the team needs to improve on?
Everything. We can improve on everything. We're not perfect. We still make our mistakes. We have a lot to work on, and the goal is to keep climbing, keep growing. So,
going into a bye week with a win, are there anything specifically that you're focused on or that you have planned?
No, healthy, getting one day better each day. Continue to grow as a team, as a unit, offense, defense, special teams, everybody contributing to their part and embracing their roles, whatever they may be. So,
big dominating win to open conference play. Does this build your guys' confidence that you can compete for a championship in this league?
Always. A win is a win, but we can't take it to the head, if that makes sense. We got to stay focused. It's the next opponent. So.
Huge game for Evan Jackson with the 2 interceptions, and he seems like he just keeps getting better and better and better. What have you seen from him?
He's one of our leaders on the team, that's for sure. He's definitely our leader in the safeties room. So he takes pride in what he does and trying to uplift even the young guys that are coming into more snaps now and teaching them and guiding them. So I feel like later on he's gonna definitely do something big here. So.
It's always great to win, and we're just blessed to be 1-0 in conference play right now. So we're gonna enjoy it for the night, but then FAU is next. I think that's our next opponent. So on to the next.
Build your confidence that you guys can contend in this league to win so emphatically to open conference play?
Yes, sir, for sure. I think we went out there, we came out a little slow, but once we kind of got our feet settled in and we kind of got into a rhythm, I think that really showed like we can really hang in this conference.
Yeah, I think you guys had like 24 yards in your first 5 drives, all put together, and then all of a sudden you hit that swing pass, and everything kind of blew up from there. Did that build your guys' confidence, and what did you see on that play?
Yeah, I think everybody thought that if Blair can score a 97 touchdown, anything can happen today. So I think that really helped.
And when the defense is having such a good game like they are again here at home, does that just give you all a little bit extra confidence when you're going back on there?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just great to know that you can trust the defense. I mean, they went out there and they're balled. So.
How's it going into the bye week with a win? And do you have anything planned for the bye week?
The only thing I have planned is getting in the training room, staying healthy. I might play a little video games here and there, but who knows?
Just how do you feel about your personal performance today?
I feel like there's some things I can definitely improve on, but I'm happy with the win. And yeah.
You guys got off to kind of a brutal start there. What happened early in the game that maybe precluded you guys from really getting off to the starts that you wanted to?
I think they just threw some new stuff at us that we weren't really expecting, and I mean, it's always hard to just start off the game pretty fast. So I think that's what we're just gonna have to work on. So.
Evan Jackson had a monster game there. What have you seen from him and his growth as over the last couple of years here?
Oh man, I mean, he's tough to go against. I went against him all fall, so he's pretty tough, and I just saw him grow. Like even since last year when he was a freshman, I mean, just seeing him grow up and just like become that guy and that safety, and it's amazing to see.
What's changed about him to make him so effective?
I think he became more grounded. I guess when he was young, I mean, you know how you are young, just kind of wild, but he's becoming more grounded, and he's becoming a leader. He's finally stepping into a leadership role, so it's good.
Blair, on that 96-yard play, what did you kind of see out there, and how did you kind of see the sideline kind of react?
What I saw was just all my teammates blocking, man. I mean, Lake and Larry, I'm talking about, they had some crucial blocks. DC on the backside was blocking his tail off and got a backside block for me. So without them, I don't think I do any of that. And I think the sideline was just like we were excited, we were happy, we were having fun. It's always fun to score. So.
Absolutely. And then what does it kind of mean to you to kind of make that history, longest play of the year so far, and I think tied for the longest play in the American Conference?
I mean, it's great. I guess it'll be something to like talk about 20 years down the road. I guess tell my kids that. Hopefully, nobody beats me. But I mean, no, I don't want to say that. I hope my teammates beat me. Somebody of my teammates beat me. But no, it'll be cool. I guess 20 years down the road to tell my kids about it. So.
I feel like this is all kind of coming together for you guys as you start conference play. It seems like your defense has kind of figured it out. You're playing well offensively. You got some special teams plays in the last couple of games. You feel like you're kind of coming together across the board here a little bit?
Yes, sir. I think that's just how it goes with any team, honestly, though. I mean, you start the season off trying to figure things out. Everybody's a little tense and all that. And then come to middle to the end, I mean, you're starting to figure things out, You know what you got, so.
As one of the veterans, what would you say are some of the areas that the team needs to improve on before the next game?
I think offense, obviously, we just need to start off fast. I think we just need to come out there more confident. And, yeah, that's the only thing I can really speak on is just, like, the offense-wise. We just got to come out more confident.